A very good evening. You're joining in with Prime TV News and I'm Tharkan Kulatunga. Let's take a look at today's top stories first. Massive crowds joined in the Jana Mahime rally today. Government condemns the Speaker's statement. The tax imposed on foreign exchange is withdrawn. The Met Department wants the fisher community to reach the shores before tonight. Moving on with news in detail, first in local news. Massive crowds thronged to Colombo today from all parts of the island to participate in the Jana Mahime rally. It was organized in support of the newly appointed government and to further endorse that the decision taken by the president is correct. Crowds joined in this rally disregarding the heavy showers experienced this afternoon. The massive rally was joined by President Maithripala Sirisena and Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. The 113-plus Jana Mahime rally commenced at the parliamentary roundabout this afternoon. It was joined by massive crowds that had arrived from every part of the island. As a massive crowd was brought to Colombo at the end of the 30-year-old cruel war, the president took this decision to portray that he had taken a people's decision. The people from all walks of life who joined in this rally, expressing their views, mentioned that the country would have fallen into a deep crisis if the United National Party continued to rule the country. The people who joined in this rally with determination mentioned in one voice, stating that they would extend any support to the prudent program mooted by the President and the Prime Minister. The government has emphasized that the statement issued by Speaker Karu Jayasuriya today is totally in contravention to the Constitution. It emphasized that it had been issued purely to meet his personal political agenda. Karu Jayasuriya in his statement had said that it is his national duty to act according to his conscience. But government parliamentarians claim that his conscience is not his personal desire. In addition, Karu Jayasuriya had pointed out that the 116 parliamentarians has signed a document saying that the decision taken by the president is unconstitutional and undemocratic. But recently, parliamentarians of the Tamil National Alliance, the Janata Vimukti Peramuna and the Muslim Congress visited the parliament at the request of the speaker to call on him to take steps for the immediate convening of the parliament. But they emphasized that the speaker had taken action to distort the discretion of these MPs. But addressing a media briefing held in Colombo today, government parliamentarians pointed out that this is not suitable for a speaker to engage in. As such, in the related statement, it has been pointed out that the Speaker is compelled to accept the situation as it was before the change until the new faction is capable of showing the majority in Parliament. At the news briefing held at the Sri Lanka Foundation Institute, the government parliamentarian said this clearly displayed that the Speaker is engaged in an act of creating a political and biased conflict. Minister Dr. Sarath Amunugama said that Foreign Minister Dr. Sarath Amunugama says the Speaker Karu Jayasuriya issuing statements biased and advantageous to one party is unconstitutional and against convention. The Speaker does not have the right to decide who should be the Prime Minister. Condemning the statement issued by the Speaker, Dr. Amunugama said that this is a mere personal and political revenge of the Speaker. Favoritism towards one party is unconstitutional and this behavior is not suitable for a speaker. He said that the right of proroguing parliament is totally vested in the president and this right has not been vested in any other person. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa visited places of religious worship in Anuradhapura and engaged in religious observances, securing blessings of the Mahasangha. The Prime Minister, who paid obeisance to the Ruan Valley Sire, paid a courtesy call on the chief incumbent, the Venerable Pallagama Himaratana Thera, and received his blessings. He was joined by parliamentarians Shehan Semasinghe and Veerakumara Disanayaka. The Prime Minister also visited the Mirisavatiya Raja Mahavihara. He called on the chief incumbent, the Venerable Athalavatunuwave Janatilaka Thera, and received his blessings. The Prime Minister, during his visit to the Sri Sambuddha Jayanti Vihara in Anuradhapura, called on the chief incumbent, the Venerable Nugatanne Panyananda Thera. After receiving his blessings, the Prime Minister watched the news telecast by ITN. Parliamentarian Bandula Gunawardena has said that the government has taken several new initiatives with the aim of strengthening the rupee. He made this clarification joining in a news conference in Colombo. Bandula Gunawardena said that it is possible to halt the depreciation of the rupee only if the flow of foreign currency into the country can be increased. The Prime Minister has announced several justifiable measures to increase the flow of foreign exchange into the country than the outflow of foreign exchange. Those who are earning foreign exchange by working abroad and those who are bringing in the foreign exchange through the supply of services had been subjected to a 14% tax. This tax has been totally removed. As such, foreign exchange can be brought into the country without being taxed. This, he said, is a revolutionary relief. Further addressing newsmen, the parliamentarian said that the tax imposed on the interest of non-residents' accounts has been removed. The parliamentarian said that taxes imposed on non-residents' accounts too have been removed. As such, more facilities have been accorded for those who are remitting their earnings to Sri Lanka through the bank. Bandula Gunawardena requested for the release of dollar reserves as the value of the dollar will come down with the strengthening of the rupee. The Attorney General has informed the Supreme Court that objections will be filed against the fundamental rights petition calling for the suspension of the Gazette notification issued postponing the parliamentary sessions. Additional Solicitor General Indika Devmini De Silva, appeasing on behalf of the Attorney General, told the Supreme Court that the court had no jurisdiction to inquire the fundamental rights petition filed against the Parliament proclamation of the President, as it was inconsistent with the Supreme Court rules and the entirety of the application was misconceived. She made the submission when the petition was taken up for hearing today. The petition has been filed by Attorney Naghananda Kodituaggu. Former Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, Speaker Karu Jayasuriya and Attorney General Jayanta Jayasuriya have been cited as respondents. Several new ministers have assumed office. They assumed duties amidst religious observances. S.B. Navin, who has been appointed as the Minister of Culture, Internal Affairs and Regional Development, assumed duties in his new portfolio. He assumed duties in his office at Setsiripaya in Battaramulla. Puttalam District United National Party parliamentarian Ashoka Priyantha, who has been appointed as Deputy Minister of Culture, Internal Affairs and Regional Development, also assumed office. Tamil National Alliance parliamentarian S. Viyalayendran, who has been appointed as Deputy Minister of Eastern Provincial Regional Development, also assumed duties in his portfolio. National Unity, Integration and Muslim Religious Affairs State Minister H.M. Fauzi assumed duties today. He assumed duties at his office at TB Jayamouth. A low-pressure area is likely to develop over central part of South Bay of Bengal tonight. The Department of Meteorology says due to this situation, the showery condition is expected to enhance within the island and in the sea areas. The Department of Meteorology, issuing a special statement, has warned fishermen engaged in fishing activities in the southwest area of the Bay of Bengal and in the Gulf of Mannar to travel to a nearby land area or to a secure sea area before tonight. As the wind speed can suddenly increase in certain sea areas, the Department of Meteorology called on the naval and fishing communities to refrain from any activity in these areas. The department has forecast showery condition from tonight until the 7th of this month. Heavy showers may be experienced in the Batticaloa, Ampara and Polonnaruwa districts and at certain places in the Uva, southern and central provinces. The wind speed in the area may rise up to 70 or 80 kilometers per hour during thunder showers. Showers or thunder showers will occur in the sea areas around the island. Heavy showers or thunder showers can be expected at some places over the sea areas extending from Trincomalee to Galle via Batticaloa and Hambantota. The naval and fishing communities are also requested to be refrained from going to the sea areas beyond the shore from Trincomalee to Kankasanture via Puttalam. The court has enlarged each on a cash bail of 100,000 rupees United National Parliamentarian Palitha Thevara Peruma and Heshan Vithanage. These two parliamentarians surrendered to the Kollupitiya police this morning following an attack on several persons, including Major Ajit Prasanna of the Heroes on behalf of the Motherland organization near Temple Trees. They were granted bail after being produced in the Colombo Fort Magistrates Court. It was on the 1st of this month that several persons, including Major Ajit Prasanna, came under attack opposite Temple Trees. Plot claims that they have full trust that solutions would be found to the problems of the Tamil community from the new government. This was stated by leader of Plot and parliamentarian D. Siddharthan at a news conference held in Vaunia. He was responding to a query raised by a journalist. Parliamentarian D. Siddharthan said he was optimistic of receiving solutions to the problems of the Tamil people through the conduct of discussions with President Maithripala Sirisena and Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. And that is it on Drive News for tonight. Thank you for watching. For more updates, visit www.itnnews.lk. Good night.